Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney. If you are returning, welcome back. Shout out to everybody over on Patreon for their support. And if you are watching with military affiliation, thank you so much for your service. So we're going to get into episodes 13 and 14. And yep, y'all know I don't waste time. So let's get on into it.
Pure titanium.
20 times as hard as diamond.
Wow.
0.4 times as hard to be exact.
Precisely.
Of course, Mr. Spock.
Inform Starfleet I recommend that they dispatch a survey vessel immediately.
I'll phaser off a specimen.
That's efficient. And the smoke's going back. Interesting.
Did you smell that?
What is it?
A sweet odor like honey.
Oh, it's pleasant.
It was years ago. On another planet. A thing with an odor like that. Scan for dichloronium in the atmosphere. If you see any gaseous cloud, fire immediately.
Okay, that makes sense.
The USS Yorktown is expecting to rendezvous with us in less than 8 hours, Captain. It doesn't give us much time.
Oh, that's fun. We're learning more names of the starships.
It's gone.
But it was there.
The last time I caught an odor like that,
What?
11 years ago.
Ooh, are we gonna get a flashback?
Seemed to read dichronium for a minute, and then I lost it. It's almost like something out there knows I'm scanning it.
We're about to lose a bunch of red shirts, aren't we? I keep telling y'all, keep your head on a swivel in this kind of situation. Here we go. Call the captain.
Strange clouds, Hurt.
Too late. Oh, wait a minute. He did tell them to fire immediately. Well,
Dead. And you'll find every red corpuscle gone from their body.
wow.
Rizzo's alive.
Oh, well, that's good.
You think you know what it was, Captain?
Something that can't possibly exist. But it does.
Okay, well, this has my attention. And we know I love a good mystery.
Autopsy report, Doctor.
How's Ensign Rizzo?
Still unconscious, sir. His blood count is still 60% less than normal.
That's not good.
The USS Yorktown is expecting to rendezvous with us in less than 7 hours.
Those vaccines he's transferring to us are highly perishable.
Oh, that's what's happening.
We are remaining in orbit until I find out more about those deaths.
It's always something.
Wasn't a red corpuscle left in their bodies.
Marks, cuts, incisions of any kind.
Not a one.
Wow.
I suggest you look at the record tapes. You'll find the USS Farragut
Yeah, find a connection.
from exactly the same impossible causes. Can you bring Ensign Rizzo to consciousness?
I mean, obviously this is serious, but wow.
His pulse and respiration are still far below normal.
Yeah, clearly I can see that. I love that we get to see more of her in this season. I like her.
Do you remember what happened to you? You were attacked by something.
He's gonna pass away after this, isn't he?
Did you notice an odor of any kind?
He's so out of it.
Like being smothered in honey.
Did you feel a presence, an intelligence?
He's beginning to sleep again, Jim. I can't risk another shot.
Well, he's still with us.
You check those record tapes. I want your medical analysis as quickly as possible.
I don't know how much of an analysis is gonna be, though.
Subspace message from Starfleet. They're
Not now,
inquiring.
Lieutenant.
There is no trace of dichronium on the planet's surface or in the atmosphere.
Are they able to pull records from somebody else's tricoder? Because that one guy did detect it.
It would have to be able to change its molecular structure.
You've just suggested something that never occurred to me.
Mr. Spock is very intelligent.
Ensign Garavik reporting, sir.
Was your father?
Yes, sir, he was, but I don't expect any special treatment on that account.
Oh, wow.
Captain, I have a report on Ensign Rizzo. He's dead, sir.
Poor thing.
You knew Rizzo?
Yes, sir, we were good friends.
You'll get a crack at what killed him. Interested?
Yes, I am, sir.
We're gonna lose some more folks, aren't we? I think I said tricoder. It's tricorder, like record. My bad.
Dichronium reading now, sir.
See?
The creature is dangerous. If you see it, fire full phasers.
Well, it's still very early in the episode, so let's see how this goes. It's right behind your head. Fire. Fire. Wow. Wait a minute, what? Did the gas kill them? Or did he? No, he's the same color as the previous casualties. There's something about that young man I don't like.
It was like a gaseous cloud. Hovered for a moment, then moved toward my men. It was fast, incredibly fast.
It didn't seem to move that fast to me.
20 yards, sir.
You fired at a large, hovering target at that distance and missed?
I didn't fire while I was hovering, sir.
See?
You mean you froze?
He did. We all saw it.
I didn't exactly freeze.
Yes, you did.
Well, I was startled. For a second.
Now's not the time to be startled.
By the time I fired, the thing was already moving. I only hesitated for a moment, sir.
But you knew what was at stake.
Ensign, you're relieved of all duties.
You were a little hard on the boy, Jim.
You froze. One man was killed. Another may die.
He's probably gonna die.
You'll both be filing reports. Make your comments and recommendations.
Don't get me wrong, I understand his frustration. Not the dramatic flop on the bed.
Yorktown requesting information on how soon we expect to rendezvous with them.
And I'm getting a little tired of my senior officers conspiring against me.
Nobody is conspiring. Calm yourself down.
Forgive me. Perhaps I shouldn't have used the word conspire.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have.
We've run the full scanner probe twice.
Well, then run it 20 times if that's what it takes.
Jeez. Y'all are better than me. Look, respect goes both ways.
I need your advice.
Then I need a drink. You need advice from me? You must be kidding.
I do not joke, Doctor.
Okay, well, what is it?
There are many aspects of human irrationality I do not yet comprehend. Obsession, for one.
That explains the title.
Nearly half the crew and the captain were annihilated. The captain's name was Garovic.
Same as our ensign.
There's the
One
connection.
of the survivors was a young officer on his first deep space assignment, James T. Kirk.
Oh, this just got very intricate and juicy.
Am I letting the horrors of the past distort my judgment of the present?
Maybe just a tad.
Mind if I come in?
It's too late. You're already in.
Continuing scanning, sir. No unusual readings.
Maintain search, Kirkhout. It can't have just vanished.
Well, it kind of did.
Monsters come in many forms.
Ooh, that's a good
You
point.
know the greatest monster of them all, Jim? Guilt. I was speaking of Lieutenant James T. Kirk of the starship Farragut.
Yep.
According to the tapes, this young Lieutenant Kirk insisted upon blaming himself.
Because I delayed in firing.
Ah, he was projecting onto this young man. Yep.
Lieutenant Kirk is a fine young officer who performed with uncommon bravery.
It killed 200 crewmen.
Captain Garovic was very important to you, wasn't he, Jim?
Clearly.
He's my commanding officer from the day I left the academy. One of the finest men I ever knew.
It all makes sense.
I can't help how I feel. There's an intelligence about it, Bones.
Be so obsessed.
Obsessed?
Yeah, a bit.
I am preparing a medical log entry on my estimation of the physical and emotional condition of a starship captain,
Ooh, get it together.
which requires a witness of command grade.
Well, here we go. His face.
Do I take it, Doctor, Commander, that both of you, or either of you, consider me unfit or incapacitated?
Technically, yeah.
I could feel the intelligence of the thing. I could sense it thinking.
So, could a little bit of it have attached to you back then?
Now, the semi-conscious mind is a very tricky thing. A man never knows just how much is real or how much is imagination.
That's true.
What if it is the same creature from a planet over 1,000 light years from here?
I understand that this thing can travel through space. Okay. What if we meet up with the USS Yorktown real fast and then go back? Couldn't that be a possibility?
Leaving the planet's surface, heading into space.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay, I guess they're going like what, warp 8?
We can't maintain warp 8 speed much longer. Pressures are approaching the...
I was right, it was warp 8.
We are barely closing on it, Captain. We could be pursuing it for days.
Guess we can forget about the USS Yorktown. Wow, it really is a cloud.
It seems to be in a borderline state between matter and energy. Whether that indicates intelligence is another matter.
That's accurate.
We can't do it. If we keep this speed, we'll blow up any minute now.
Captain Kirk, think with some logic. Your actions could kill your whole crew.
Go to warp 6.
All right, young man, what's going on?
Everyone else is at alert station, so I brought you some dinner.
Not hungry.
Doctor's orders. Has the captain lost his sense of balance? Maybe.
At least she's honest.
You're lucky you're out of it.
What do you mean out of it? I caused it. If I'd fired my phaser quickly enough on Arcus 10, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, we don't know that for 100% fact.
This is his officially logged prescription for you. It has one word on it. Eat.
I think you should start eating.
What's that?
Oh, she lied.
I thought you took Garovic some food. What were you doing with this?
Applying psychology.
Smart.
The creature is slowing. It's down to warp 2.
Maybe it's decided to fight.
Not your cup of tea?
Battle stations, all decks to battle station.
He's gonna get up and yep.
Request permission to return to my post.
He's not trying to pay you any mind right now. So let's see if phasers work.
Fire photon torpedoes.
The deflectors will not stop it, Captain.
That's impossible.
Wow. Interesting. Here we go.
Something's entered through the number 2 impulse vent, and now we have air for only 2 hours.
Wow.
The creature is now after us.
Pretty much.
It turned and attacked, Doctor. Its method was well considered and intelligent.
So it is an intelligent being. Yep.
It could have been many light years away from us. Instead, it chose to turn and attack here.
Probably because y'all were shooting at it?
I'm sorry, Jim. I was wrong.
See, I like how they show that they can say sorry to each other. That's very healthy.
If you had fired on time and on target 11 years ago, it would have made no more difference than it did an hour ago.
Excellent point.
Fault was not yours, Jim.
Come in.
Is it the captain? Oh no, it's Mr. Spock.
Am I correct in my assumption that you've been disturbed by what you consider to be a failure on your part?
Yes, you are correct.
I would like you to consider that the hesitation for which you are blaming yourself is an hereditary trait of your species.
Here it comes.
You smell.
Get out.
Sir, it's coming through the vent. Get out of here. I'll take this thing off.
Mr. Spock. I know we're not going to lose him, but still.
Sir, the creature's in my cabin. It's got Mr. Spock.
On my way, Garovic. I should be lying dead in there, not him.
Fortunately, neither of us is dead, Ensign.
Mr. Spock, why aren't you dead?
It's that green blood of his.
Or the pointy ears.
My hemoglobin is based on copper, not iron.
The scent is different. But I did know it was alive and intelligent.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of like Metamorphosis.
You were on the bridge.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir. I know I was confined to quarters, but when the alert
Very
sounded,
commendable, Ensign.
Very good.
I delayed firing.
And if you hadn't delayed firing, no difference.
Right.
No weapon known would have made any difference. Then, or 11 years ago. Report for duty, Ensign.
It's like he healed his younger self.
The creature has left the ship at high warp speed and is already nearly out of scanner range.
I believe I know where it's going.
It has changed course before to mislead us, Captain.
Compute course for Tycho star system. That's the location of its attack on the USS Farragut 11 years ago.
I figured that's where they were going.
Something in my mind said home.
So, it just wants to go back to the planet?
Give them our tactical situation. Inform them that I'm committing this vessel to the destruction of the creature.
Oh, never mind. We're going to destroy it.
We will rendezvous with the USS Yorktown in 48 hours.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
Antimatter seems our only possibility.
An ounce should be sufficient.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
It seems attracted to red blood cells. What better bait could we have?
A matter-antimatter blast will rip away half the planet's atmosphere.
Ooh, y'all can be destroyed.
If a man is beaming up when that hits, we may lose him.
That's exactly why I've decided to set the trap myself.
All righty.
It will require 2 men to transport the antimatter unit.
I'd like permission
He's
to go
gonna
with
go.
you, sir.
Yep.
Spock here, Captain.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Less than 1 ounce of antimatter here. It's more powerful than 10,000 cobalt bombs.
Yeah, that's strong.
Antimatter container position and arm. I'll call you back when it's baited.
Shouldn't y'all be trying to get out of there now?
Hemoplasm. The bait's already taken.
We'll have to use something else for bait.
Wait, hold on. You're not about to sacrifice yourself, are you?
Garvik, get back to the ship.
Captain, you're not going to be the bait.
Right.
So get back to the ship.
Ugh.
Ensign, I gave you an order.
I don't think he's gonna listen. I knew it. Now we know Captain Kirk can fight.
I have no intention of sacrificing myself. At least not yet.
Well, you could have at least told him the whole plan.
Stand by, Enterprise.
Come on.
You can smell it, Captain. Sickly. Honey sweet.
Yeah? That's the original scent.
Now, energize and detonate.
Come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Okay, that was ridiculously close. Don't you... Come on now. Listen, what you're not going to do today in this episode is act foolish.
Do something.
We are, Doctor.
Dr. McCoy, just shush.
Cross-circuiting to A.
They just floating around like any day now.
Crazy way to travel, spreading a man's molecules all over the universe.
Well, it is what it is. Y'all are so lucky, 'cause... Ciao.
Thank heaven.
Mr. Scott, there was no deity involved. It was my cross-circuiting to B that recovered them.
Mr. Spock.
Now the creature is dead, let's save some lives. We'll deliver your medicine. Meet me in my quarters when you've cleaned up. I'd like to talk to you about your father. Several tall stories I think you'd like to hear.
Thank you, sir.
Aw, that's great. Hey guys, sorry about that getting a little fuzzy there at the end. I turned my head to sneeze. Obviously, I edited that out, but I keep forgetting that fast movements make this webcam act up. So, there's that. But, darling, this episode, you know, I was a little unsure about the young man because I think it might have been just the way he was introduced, like him just walking in and looking kind of, I don't know, I got a weird vibe from him, but come to find out he's actually not a bad person. His father was Captain Kirk's, you know, first captain, and I say first captain loosely because I don't know if that was his first and only. I mean, it was 11 years ago. So, anyways, I understood everybody's perspective in this episode. Like Captain Kirk, I understood his frustration from two different sides. The side of, I'm the captain, I gave you a direct order, why didn't you follow it? Okay, that's where I thought he was going with this, until of course we get a little bit more information and come to find out he froze when the same thing happened 11 years ago, when he was in the same position as this gentleman. So he was thinking about himself in that situation and didn't want to repeat. So I understand. Now, I do appreciate Mr. Spock. It was actually really cool seeing him go in and try and like counsel him a little bit, only because, you know, I know he's not doing it from an emotional standpoint. He's doing it from a completely different standpoint, but it was really nice to see him like, you know, talk like, hey, I'm sure you're feeling this way, you know, let's talk this out and all this other stuff. And they were able to figure out, you know, because Mr. Spock didn't die. And Captain Kirk, they were like, okay, well, let's, you know, hopefully we don't find his body or anything. And yeah, I mean, this particular episode, it makes you think, but it was laid out really well. So, like Dr. McCoy, we understand how Dr. McCoy can be a little bit of a hothead. Like how do I say this? Mr. Spock is logically calm. Captain Kirk, depending on the situation, he can be a little hot-headed too. So I get that Dr. McCoy and Mr. Spock, they kind of like bounce off of each other and everything. But when it's both Dr. McCoy and Captain Kirk being passionate about certain things and on the opposite end of the spectrum, and I pointed out too that, you know, it's really healthy and cool to see them apologize to each other in certain situations. So I think that's something really nice that I really enjoy about Star Trek, that these two men in One, he's your boss. He's in a big position of power. And then you're the doctor on the Enterprise, and you guys literally kind of get into it quite a bit, but you still have that respect for each other at the end of the day. I do like to see that. Yeah, we lose red shirts a lot. We lose security a lot. So they know what they signed up for the most part. I really wasn't expecting their enemy in this one to be a cloud or some type of gas, but hey, why not? We see this kind of stuff a lot on Star Trek. So yeah, that happened. And of course, they did another situation where kind of like the episode with Commodore Decker where Captain Kirk had to get beamed up at the last frickin' second, and they do it again in this one. I swear that transporter room sees so much action with these beam ups. It's just ridiculous. So, but it makes things entertaining and suspenseful, which is really nice to see. So, yep, we're going to move on into the next one. You guys might see an outfit change because, yeah, I might need to stop recording today and take care of some stuff personally. I don't think I'm going to have enough time today to get this second episode recorded. So if you guys see an outfit change, then that's what happened. Wait a minute, what we doing? All right now. Yes, ma'am, you better belly dance. Totally random, but I have taken one of those classes. It's not as hard as you would think. And of course, y'all in here looking and smirking. You better spin. Love the outfit. All right.
I think I'm gonna like Argelius.
I think I'm gonna like it too. She's entertaining. I can already see Mr. Spock looking like I don't get it.
You like her, Scotty?
Aye. Why shouldn't I?
Scotty looks mesmerized. I love it.
Oh, I thought you might like to meet her.
No, that's what I call a real captain. Always thinking of his men.
She better lean back. All right, is this gentleman going to be our antagonist? The back and forth between her moving and Scotty's face is great.
Scotty, in Argelia, they use the lights.
Now, no one has to tell an old Aberdeen pub crawler how to applaud, Captain.
Have one of our pillows?
All right, sir, what's your problem? Oh?
'Tis a fine foggy night tonight. There's nothing like a walk in the fog with a bonny lass.
Don't walk in no fog. Something could be lurking in the background.
We won't leave without you, Scotty. Relax and enjoy yourself. My work is never done.
Nope, it never is.
Considerable psychological damage could have been caused. For example, his total resentment toward women.
I know a little place across town where the women...
Oh, yes, I know the place. Let's go.
Wow, he barely had to say anything. Huh. Okay, now where is this guy at that was looking at them very suspiciously? Oh gosh, you're about to find Scotty laid out, aren't they? How can you see where you're going? Or at least where you're stepping? Or they're about to find her laid out.
She's dead, Jim.
Stabbed.
Ugh.
12 times.
Oh, this is about to be a hot mess of an episode, isn't it? All right, let's see what's possessed Scotty to act a fool.
Argelius is the last planet in the galaxy. I'd expect a thing like this to happen.
Yeah?
This is my home planet, Rigel 4. I'd have a dozen investigators working on the matter. Now, are you sure you've never seen this before?
Positive.
I don't remember.
What's the last thing you remember?
I heard the girl scream. I remember starting to turn. I don't remember another thing.
Scotty, you've got to remember. Jim.
All right, McCoy. Be the voice of reason.
If he says he can't remember, he probably doesn't. You know, Scotty.
Right.
I have a diplomatic responsibility.
But my detector readings indicate that only his fingerprints are on the murder weapon.
Yes, Mr. Hengist. Several of them left just before Mr. Scott and the girl did.
This is true.
What is the law in these cases?
The law of Argelius is
Was
love.
it death? Huh?
And this is my wife, Sibo.
Hey, girl.
It does not look like a man capable of such an act.
I'm glad you can see it.
The Argelian empathic contact.
My wife is a descendant of the ancient priestesses of our land. She has the ancestral gift.
All right, girl.
Don't you think this should be handled in an official manner through my office?
It shall be handled in an official manner, Mr. Hengist, since I am the highest official.
Huh. Got him.
With the aid of my wife, we shall learn the truth.
I don't like the way the music changed.
I can beam down a technician with a psycho tricorder.
That'll work.
Oh, I'd advise against it, Prefect.
Why?
My wife must meditate for a time before she is ready. I see no reason why we should not use that time to good advantage.
All right, nice. Yeah, homeboy trying to stop everything, suspicious.
The psycho tricorder will require privacy in order to be effective.
News of this frightful murder is spreading among my people.
I'm sure it has.
I have already heard talk of closing Argelius to space vehicles.
As well as its strategic importance as a spaceport.
Yes, I believe it's the only one in the quadrant.
Oh, wow. So it would be a shame if they stopped letting people come by.
Anyone with any connection with this murder should be present at the ceremony.
I want a 24-hour regressive memory check made on Mr. Scott. Study. Cooperate completely with Lieutenant Tracy.
Yes, please. But what if he was given something to completely block the memory check? It's a possibility.
When a man feels guilty about something too terrible to remember, he blots it out of his conscious memory.
Yeah, that does happen. Hello, wifey.
I am ready. May I have the knife, please?
That red looks really good on her.
Do you have it, Captain?
The knife? No.
But I put it here when we arrived. It's gone.
He took it with him. Wait a second.
Scott.
What? Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
She's dead, Jim.
Does he have a weapon on him?
Stabbed. Over and over again.
Lieutenant.
Poor thing.
Lieutenant Tracy is dead, Scott. You were found alone in the room.
She was taking the readings.
And
now I'm sitting here. I tell you, I don't remember. I must have passed out.
that is really scary when you can't remember stuff.
Prefect, both of these men were at the cafe the night of the murder.
There's been another murder, Hengist.
Right.
One of my crew.
The same as Kara.
Why, that's terrible.
Please, I know nothing about it. I didn't kill anyone.
How was the girl killed?
Same exact way.
You were a musician at the cafe.
And he had a funny look on his face.
She was my daughter.
Oh.
The man who did it must be found. He must be punished.
But even he looked suspicious, though, earlier, at least from what I remember.
You left the cafe before Scott and Kara.
Sure did.
Did you know Kara?
Of course he knew her. They were to be married. He was jealous of her.
The plot thickens.
I loved her. And when she went over to the table with these men, I just could not stand to watch, so I left. I went home.
Jealousy has often been a motive for murder.
True. Very true.
The lock may or may not have been picked. Be hard to tell, even with the tricorder.
Huh. Another dead end.
Captain, may I continue with the questions, please?
Well, get on with it, man. Just don't stand there.
Right.
You're behaving very much like a man who is desperately trying anything to save his friend.
Well, of course I'm trying to save my friend. If he's innocent. And he hasn't been proven guilty.
Correct.
I am ready, Jarvis.
Gentlemen, sit down, please.
How was she able to focus with all this racket going on?
That the room be sealed so that no one can leave or enter.
Oh, well, he did that with a swiftness.
Captain, do you mean my neck is going to have to depend on some spooky mumbo-jumbo?
Most likely. But we'll see.
The Argelian empathic contact is an interesting phenomenon, but the technique is not sound enough to risk a man's life.
Oh, wow.
These are a proud people. They have their own customs, their own laws. And while we're here, we're subject to them.
I appreciate the respect.
Let us begin.
This is like a seance.
There is something here. Something terrible. Anger feeds the flame.
Does it give a name?
Hatred of women. A hunger that never dies.
Oh, boy.
It has a name.
Oh,
Oradis
fantastic.
Kessler. Rejek.
Is she still alive? What happened? And she's been stabbed too. Watch. Yep. Y'all got some explaining to do in this episode.
You don't even remember whether you did it or not.
I'm perfectly satisfied Mr. Scott is guilty.
But not responsible.
Of course you would be.
Gentlemen, please.
Now y'all know he just lost his wife.
Sir, I swear to you I did not kill your wife or the other ladies.
I believe you.
We can make a recording of the registrations of Mr. Scott's conscious and subconscious mind.
Exactly.
You may have killed without knowing it.
I mean, it's a possibility, but I just don't believe he did it.
Very well. We will go to your ship.
Perfect.
The ancient penalty for murder was death by slow torture.
I understand.
Well, let's get on with it.
Shall we begin?
Well, may as well. Get it over with.
Sufficient abnormalities to account for periods of functional amnesia.
Negative.
Oh, that's not good.
Unless Scott is lying about his loss of memory.
I'm not lying, Captain.
He's not lying, no.
I heard the poor lady screaming. I was near the head of the table anyway. I went toward her, but there was something in my way.
Okay.
You mean someone?
No, Captain. Something.
So why didn't you say that sooner?
Subject relaying accurate account.
So, yep, he's telling the truth.
Did you kill Sibo?
No, Captain. That I'm sure of.
Scotty, lie to me. How old are you?
22, sir.
Inaccurate.
The knife's still in her back, and blood on his hands.
Yeah, but still.
Did you kill Tara?
I don't remember.
Did you kill Lieutenant Tracy?
I don't remember.
Subject relaying accurate account.
So he doesn't remember, right?
If there are no objections.
I object to the entire procedure.
Of course you do. I'm so sick and tired of you at this point.
I do, however, reserve to myself the right to make the final determination.
That's fair. I can see Mr. Spock's gears turning.
You've got to believe me, I wouldn't kill her. I couldn't.
Question the dad.
And she loved me.
That's not true. She told me. He was jealous.
Well, this just got very awkward.
Did you kill Lieutenant Tracy?
No.
Did you kill Sibo?
No.
Subject relaying accurate account.
Well, wasn't him. All right, Pops, you're next. And Mr. Hingist, or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Sibo spoke of a hunger that never died.
What she told you was true.
Rajic, Baratis.
The name.
Obscure, meaningless words.
To us, perhaps, but to the computer.
Ah,
there you go.
Definition of following word. Rajic.
Negative findings.
Well, she said it was ancient.
Scan all other banks.
Red check. Source. Earth. 19th century. Nickname for mass murderer of women. Jack the Ripper.
Well, we know Jack the Ripper. So a serial killer.
Jack the Ripper.
Well, that's ridiculous. He lived hundreds of years ago.
It is a hunger that never dies.
Yeah, so we're talking about something else.
Deriving sustenance from emotion is not unknown in the galaxy.
Some man has killed 3 women. We have the prime suspect in our hands.
If you don't... listen, let me tell you something. I'm over it. I'm done. Zip it.
Entity would exist without form in conventional sense.
Our team is so smart.
could the described entity assume physical form?
Affirmative.
So that explains what Mr. Scott saw. Yeah.
Fairy tales, ghosts and goblins.
No.
Get some duct tape.
I point out that Jack the Ripper slew at will and was never identified.
Yep, this is true.
We all know the murderer is sitting right here with us. I mean, you're trying to cloud the issue.
Please be seated, Mr. Hingist.
Hey, can y'all kindly tell him to stop talking too?
Cases of unsolved mass murders of women since Jack the Ripper.
Oh, wow.
Shanghai, China, Earth. 7 women knifed to death.
And it's always with a knife.
Alpha Eridani 2. 10 women knifed to death.
The number just keeps going up and up and up.
Those places are aligned directly between Argelius and Earth.
Ah.
Identify the proper names Kessler and Baratis.
Baratis, name given to unidentified mass murderer of women on planet Rigel 4.
Wow.
You come from Rigel 4.
Well, many people do. It's not a crime.
Would you mind taking the stand, Mr. Hingist?
Why will not?
Yes, you will. Get your little tail up and scoot on over. I knew something was wrong with you.
You are in charge of civil disturbances locally. If you are the entity for which we search, what better position from which to kill with impunity?
Mm-hmm.
We discovered the murder knife was missing.
Yep.
And you were unaccounted for when Lieutenant Tracy was murdered.
Sure was.
Which feeds on fear and terror, would find a perfect hunting ground on Argelius.
Very much so.
The entity would be as a hungry wolf in that fold.
And there goes the title of the episode.
You're engaging in sheer speculation.
Mr. Spock, the murder weapon.
Because he said that he could only find Scotty's fingerprints. Yep.
Artifacts produced by hill people of Argus River region, planet Rigel 4.
Ah. Dang, I thought McCoy was about to have a badass moment. Is he... Stop it.
Jim. Oh, that's impossible.
He's like, all I did was punch him. Oh, his true form's about to come out?
The computer will not respond to these controls.
And the computer controls the ship.
Well, we're going down. I'm just kidding.
Scotty, give me a hand.
Y'all, punch the spirit out of him. Ooh.
That thing can control the entire operation of the ship, including the life support systems.
You mean it could kill us all?
It could.
Surely it will try to breed fear and terror before it kills.
It will.
I've got some stuff that would tranquilize an active volcano.
That's some strong stuff.
The longer we can hold back that fear, the more time we'll have to get that thing out of the computer.
Free fall. Out of control. Put it on manual.
Ooh.
That was due to be next. Life support malfunction. It wants terror, not just death.
Yep.
Captain Kirk! Captain! You're wasting your time!
This is the first time I heard a malfunction threaten us.
He said a malfunction is threatening us. I can see why he would think that.
Normal environmental levels have been restored, Captain, but it will not last long.
What's going on, Captain?
Never mind, Mrs.
A spirit has taken over the Enterprise.
If you destroy the ship, you destroy yourself.
I don't think it cares. So how would you even destroy something like that?
It is attempting to generate terror, Captain.
It really is.
Captain? Whoever he is, he sure talks gloomy. With an armful of this stuff, I wouldn't be afraid of a supernova.
Wow, that's some strong stuff.
Compute to the last digit the value of pi. As we know, the value of pi is a transcendental figure without resolution.
That's true. Oh, that's smart. I love that.
I wonder who it is we're not supposed to be afraid of.
Not him spinning in his chair.
Complete computer control, Captain. The entity has fled.
Oh, good.
Yes, but where to? Bones, what would happen if that thing entered a tranquilized body?
Oh, dear.
You say everyone's had a shot but you and Jarvis?
And you and Mr. Spock, Captain.
Oh, it better not.
Better give yourself a shot, Doc.
No, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
I want to stay clear.
Do as I say.
McCoy. Okay, good. Nope, too late. Oh, I forgot about the pinch.
I'll kill her.
Nice. Okay, there's only 2 people left, really. Mr. Spock and Captain Kirk.
Kill you all.
Everyone just looks so pleasant.
You do it, Spock.
Huh. I learned something new in this episode. You can be beamed down laying on 2 of those.
Its consciousness may continue for some time. Powerless.
But it will die finally.
Eventually.
Bones, how long will it take for this tranquilizer to wear off?
Oh, I don't know. 5 or 6 hours.
Well,
Okay,
for the
well-
next 5 or 6 hours, we're going to have the happiest crew in space.
You sure will.
I know a cafe where the women are so... Women that are so...
He doesn't care.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
Alone?
Yeah, or you could stay here.
Gentlemen.
Well, that was actually fun. It was different. It was obvious, but not 100% obvious who the problem was. You knew something was up with this guy, but at first you're thinking, oh, he's just doing his job. But certain mannerisms and the way he kept interrupting and, wouldn't he played into the fact that this particular planet, the people, the society have certain laws and customs. He really played into that, and I sure was pretty much probably hoping that nobody would want to utilize what the Enterprise has to offer in terms of finding out the truth, but we did get there eventually. We all know Scotty didn't do anything. Scotty didn't do a thing. And I love that they were talking about Jack the Ripper, because, I mean, hey, if you haven't heard of him, I think you might either be extremely, extremely young or you've just been living under a rock. But yeah, and I like how they were able to ask the computer certain questions. I mean, we've seen this quite a bit on Star Trek, where they have to really use their brain power to try and find a solution. And of course, the computer has all the, information fed into it, and it knows all sorts of facts and different things. So they were able to put 2 and 2 together. It was fortunately short-lived that this entity took over the Enterprise, and I love how they quickly thought of a solution for the crew. Sedate them, make them loopy, and they were very loopy. So that was very nice to see that they were able to think so quickly to find a solution for that. So that was nice. It's a shame Star Trek really does like getting rid of people. Star Trek loves a nice little murder, a nice little kill every once in a while. So there's that. But again, it's a shame seeing so many people go in this one, but that is Star Trek, and that is what we're dealing with. But yeah, like I was saying, it was really cool seeing the entity like jump from like person to person. That was really cool. I will say, I would have thought it would have jumped to one more, maybe Mr. Spock or something like that. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, we had to wrap up the episode, so we can't go on forever with some of these. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed my full-length reaction to both of these episodes. I enjoyed them. I'm not super picky about Star Trek. I know that those of you who have been watching for years and years and years, in time you have your favorite episodes. You have certain episodes that you're kind of like, I wouldn't really watch that again. I get it. So yeah, I just want to go through the journey the way you guys all went through it and pick out what I really enjoy and don't enjoy. So, but I won't say don't enjoy. That's a little harsh. Just certain storylines really catch your attention and keep you invested, where other ones is kind of like, okay, we can wrap this up. This episode could have been maybe like 40 minutes, maybe even 30, but you guys get what I'm saying. To my lovely YouTube family, I will see you guys in the next reaction video. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys know whenever I upload. I am recording this obviously well in advance before the day it's obviously posted on YouTube. But very quickly, I wanted to thank all of you so much for 2,000 plus subscribers. I'm super excited that I made it to this point. And yeah, guys, we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on pushing. I know that on my channel it says like, the road to 5K and all that. So yeah, I'm actually kind of stunned that I even made it to 2,000. Not gonna lie to y'all. I was like, okay, if I hit 1,000, great. If I hit more than that, awesome. But yay! So I'm excited. So with that being said, thank you all so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.